In a healthy relationship, the purpose of an argument is to get your feelings out there and clear the air and allow the other person either to deal with them or not. It's not to win or lose. Many of my domestic violence relationships that I deal with, the people are very much adversarial, so it's always keeping points about who makes more points, who got, to the other person more deeply, who hurt the other person more. Healthy relationship, you just want to let the other person know what your feelings are, and they can act on it or not. For instance, you've probably all heard about the I messages. The infamous, I'm uncomfortable when you do that. Okay, so you have somebody, for instance, that likes loud music in the car. And instead of saying, you stupid idiot, are you deaf, are you retarded, or whatever, we theoretically should start with, I'm very uncomfortable when the music is that loud when I'm driving. Now I've given them information. They can act on it or not. If they care about you, love you, and things are going pretty well in the relationship, they're probably going to want to know how they can alleviate the problem for you. If you're in a power control relationship, it probably means they're going to turn the music up a little louder. So the idea is to vent and let somebody know how you feel and what you feel. Healthy relationships at home, it's not unusual to have somebody say, it really bothers me when you rub your fingers together all the time when we're talking, all right? So then I can work on that, or I can ignore that. Or other things you might do, scratching your eyebrow, pulling your hair, different tics and that. You tell the person, it makes me uncomfortable, bothers me, etc. Good example is years ago when we were dealing with AIDS things, we talked about the fact that when you sleep with somebody, from a sexual standpoint, you're not just sleeping with them, but everybody they've slept with before. Well, emotionally, I feel the same sort of pattern. When you're talking to somebody or dealing with somebody, you're not just dealing with them, you're dealing with everybody they've dealt with before. So, you may assume that you're making a logical comment, a forthright statement that somebody should understand without any problem. They may have issues that came with it. For instance, a very good example has to do with sexual abuse. I have a situation I know in my practice where somebody took 7 or 8 years to get pregnant. She'd been sexually abused by her father and her grandfather. Her new boyfriend and future husband tried all sorts of things, would say the right things, it seemed like, for a healthy relationship, tell her how much he loved her, how much he cared, etc. But then sometimes she'd jump out of bed, run into the bathroom, lock herself up, and cry. Problem was, he was saying what was appropriate for him and probably for the two of them together. But what she was hearing are the words that Grandpa said or Dad said before they abused her. So you have to realize that people deal with things in a different way.